Hi everyone, Matthew here at UKWF for a latest video brief, just taking a quick look at some of the expected conditions through the course of the forthcoming week. And generally the weather has clearly become more unsettled of late. Low pressure has brought some wet and windy weather over the last couple of days, and that is the case today. Satellite imagery showing two significant features, to be honest. One area of low pressure is now developing and passing just to the west and northwest of Scotland, this feature here, and there obviously is a lot of cloud associated with that, and it is bringing a lot of wet and windy weather across more northern and western areas of the UK, and these wet and windy conditions will also spread further south and east through the remainder of Sunday. A brief window of somewhat drier and clearer conditions this region here this evening and overnight on Sunday night and into the early hours of Monday, but lurking to the west of the British Isles, this region of cloud, this extensive region of cloud, is in association with yet further weather systems which will move across many areas through the course of Monday. And overall, the general signal for the forthcoming week is for a lot of unsettled conditions. Some northern and western areas of the UK, particularly western Scotland, parts of Ireland, parts of northwest England and Wales. So we're going to see some significant amounts of rain through the course of the coming week, whereas for the south and east, precipitation totals will generally be much lower. Temperatures starting the week very mild still, which is obviously clearly a trend from the last few days and the last few weeks, to be honest, but finally temperatures will begin to drop away to more seasonal averages from the middle of the week, and by the time we get to Friday, many areas of the UK will probably see temperatures near, if not even a little bit below, average for the middle of the month, so a quite cold end to the week is expected. So let's run through some forecast weather charts now, just to take a look at the weather in a little bit more detail as the week progresses. So here we are, Monday the 9th at around about 6 AM, and the next batch of wet and windy weather is already moving into more northern and western areas of the UK. Particularly windy day on Monday again, particularly further north and west. A fresh or strong, if not gale force, west or southwesterly wind is expected through the day. As Monday progresses, the wet weather will continue further north and west, so by the time we get to towards the end of Monday, outbreaks of rain still moving in from the west, again affecting particularly western Scotland, down into southwest Scotland, northwest England and Ireland, but clearly not further south and east, and particularly across southeastern areas of England, very little in the way of precipitation here. So relatively dry day, and again especially so compared with further north and west. As we move into Tuesday, another weather system is expected to move in from the west through the day, this bringing outbreaks of rain and showers through more central areas of the British Isles, showers to the north, more persistent rain moving into parts of northern England, Ireland and perhaps North Wales, but again note further south and southeast, generally a lot of dry weather. As we progress towards the middle of the week, a more active weather system will then move in, and this is forecast to bring outbreaks of wet and windy weather across more northern and western areas, before this then progressively moves further south and east as we get into Thursday. So we start Thursday the 12th, generally unsettled across more northern and western areas. The further south and east you are, though, it is a relatively dry start to Thursday. More southern and eastern areas will maintain relatively dry and fine conditions well into Thursday afternoon, so by the time we get to around about mid-afternoon on Thursday, you can see the majority of England and Wales, but particularly further south and east, there is a lot of fine and dry weather, but yet further wet and windy weather moves into Scotland and Ireland through Thursday, and this then moves further south and east during the day. And at the moment we end the week on Friday the 13th with low pressure passing just to the north of the British Isles, just here, just to the north of Scotland, and this brings outbreaks of blustery showers or even longer spells of rain, particularly further north and west, but some showers perhaps reaching further south and east as well. And importantly, what happens towards the end of the week, winds become more west or even perhaps northwesterly, and that is what allows for a general drop in temperatures from the middle of the week onwards, and particularly so by Friday. With that west or northwesterly wind, it will actually feel quite cold, and particularly so compared with of late. So that highlights the weather through the course of the coming week. As ever, we'll keep you posted in the coming few days, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.